What a horrible game. I don't know what to say, Mpilo. I don't know what to say, man. And I accept the loss. I'm at peace with it, but it's tough, man. You know, these are the kind of games where they show us that we are not where we're supposed to be, or we're not where we think we are in terms of the entire process. And it's showing in terms of quality, in terms of coaching as well. Our players didn't show up today. They didn't show up at all today. I attribute that to also the coach, the tactics, the selection, team selection. I'm not one of those who think that that was a horrible lineup, but I really don't think that was a horrible lineup. I think one or two players should have started. Against that Sundowns, I always start to Premium. And also I think that Uvilakazi should have started ahead of Utuba. Utuba is just not a winger, and we saw today, and you put him up against Umodiba and again Mutau. So it's quite difficult. But we didn't show up, man, in any department, goalkeeping, defensively, midfield, strikers. Not a single person showed up. I think also with Blom, to me personally, I think he was not good, but was decent. I think he was the only player that was trying for us, because whenever he got the ball, at least I could see he was trying to do something. But the others, no. Defensively, we were horrible. In the midfield as well, we were not good. Again, in terms of the midfield, man, we're always going to speak about it for a very long time, because we keep saying this, and it's a fact. Like, we don't have a six at Kaizer Chiefs. We don't have a defensive midfield. And I'm at a point now, me personally, where I'm saying, let's play that natural DM we have. I know we don't rate him, Umthetwa, but I think he's the one that can play there and has those natural instincts of a DM, knows how to move. With Uzwane, you can see what he's being taught to play there, and you see the results. So I don't know. I think I'm at the point where I'm saying let's see how Mtetwa will do in that position as our natural DM. Uzwane, I think he must just compete with the likes of Umar and Uplom for that number 8 position. He must just compete for it, because the boy really he's not a DM. And I know we say that he did well against Makesi, but in situations where we're playing a team who has quality like SuperSport or Sundowns or Stellies or Orlando Pirates, you're going to see these weaknesses from him. You understand? So I don't think he's ready to be... I don't think he's a DM. Let me put it that way. Maybe if he can play as a 8, we'll see something different, but not as a DM. I have nothing to say about Usurino. Didn't do well as well. My only frustration with him is that when we play against Sundowns, he has this always attitude of I want to prove something. And he held on to the ball way too much today. Umdu did not show up. I can't say anything about him. Did not show up. Which Ranga, well, did not get supply. I can't say it did not show up. Really did not get supply, because we didn't threaten Sundowns at all. We gifted Sundowns those goals, especially the first one and the second one. The third one, I'm a bit skeptical about it, because I feel like Urevre should have let Nufrosla come in, but it did not, and the goal came from his side. The fourth one comes from us wanting to play offside trap and not following Iran Kamotao. And he punished us. So in terms of players, we didn't do well at all. We didn't do well at all. We didn't show up, like I'm saying. And then I want to quickly move to the coach. I'm not sure if it was his instructions. Yes, we're playing the high line, but I don't think there's anything wrong with playing a high line against Sundowns. I really don't think there's anything wrong. But you can't play a high line against Sundowns and you give the likes of Ribeiro that type of space. You understand? To then allow the running of Uranus as well. Just run past our defense. So I really don't think there was anything wrong, but we didn't execute with the coach. So I don't want to say there was anything wrong with the tactics, because we use the same tactics in the league against them, and we just managed to allow them to play according to our tempo in the first game, especially in the second half of the first game. So I really don't think there was anything, honestly, wrong with the instructions. Is that we did not execute them well this time around, as far as making sure that the people that are able to create for Sundowns, we don't allow them enough space on the ball or enough time on the ball, but that's what we did anyway. We allowed them a lot of time in the ball and they hurt us. So yeah, man, it's a very sad loss. 4-0. Could have been more if we're being honest. Could have been 7 or 8, especially with that red card to Miguel, which was deservedly, of course. Where to from here? I support the coach. I'm fully behind the coach. I think that we as fans and the technical team and the manager know what to do. We know what needs to happen. We really know what needs to happen. We know that there's a level of players that need to improve, but we also need to get quality players in certain positions. We really need quality players at Kaizer Chiefs. And that is not to say we don't trust the process, but the process needs certain type of players. And currently, we have about 40% of those players. The rest, 60%, is not what we need at Kaizer Chiefs. And also the coach, I feel like once we get those type of players we need, he will allow these youngsters of ours, Abo Vilakas, Abo Zwane, Abo Tuba, time to grow on the team and not be under pressure, because currently we rely too much on those players, and we should, for a team like Kaizer Chiefs, we should not be relying so much on those type of players. You understand? So I think in the January transfer window we must go there and get quality players. Must go in hard, try to find the best players. We should be actually trying to do that now, so that when we get to January, we get these players there. We're still going to struggle in terms of the process, but we must accept it's a process. And the process doesn't take 24 hours, doesn't take 2 weeks, doesn't take 3 weeks. It takes a lot of time. And if we trust the process, then we should give Unapi some time and be patient with him. I've always said that we are going to have some games where we're like, whew, that was a very bad game, and this is one of those games. This game reminded me of reminded me of the first last season MTN 8, the first leg against Sundowns. Onseki was our coach. But we were horrible. I was at the stadium. We were just not good. So that game had those glimpses of that game. So, but like I said, man, we trust the process. We trust Unabi. We support Unabi. But we should be able to say when he makes mistakes, he has made mistakes, he has done something. We should be able to critique. And critiquing Unabi and some of the players doesn't mean that we don't necessarily support the team or the players or the coach. It just means that, look, we need to accept that you made a mistake. You also need to accept that you have made a mistake and you must take accountability for it. So, yeah, man, I'm at peace. Like I said, I'm at peace with it. I'm fine with it. Like if we had lost because of referee, and I was not going to Poke, but I think the referee had a fantastic game today, honestly speaking. Besides that, he shook up Frosla, I feel like he should have let him come. So he had a fantastic game, or referee today. So we cannot blame him at all for this game. We should blame our players and our coach.